Hey, Chris Jenkins today covering the Carolina Panthers, joined by linebacker Josey Jewell, a.k.a. Do you have many other a.k.a.s? I feel like a guy with the name of the Sheriff probably has more than one a.k.a.
The Outlaw is the main one for me, so that's the one I go by most of the time.
Okay, okay. And what's the origin of that? I've never heard the story.
The Outlaw Josey Wales. It's a old Western movie by Clint Eastwood. He's the main character. He is Josey Wales, and that's what my dad named me after. Was that Western? And he just goes on a little bit of a spree.
Yeah,
So,
and it stuck with you, huh?
yeah, it stuck with me. It didn't really take place till end of high school, beginning of college. Really was when it started. So before that, it was Josie and the Pussycat Dolls. So
Okay, okay. The evolution.
yeah, it's changed. It's good.
Hey, you have been playing on a tear lately. Last 4 games, you have led this team with tackles. The 5th game, you didn't lead in tackles, but you had a turnover that was in Germany, and then you had I'm sorry, not a turnover. You had a fumble recovery, and then you also had an interception, which was incredible, by the way. I don't know if that did just fall in your hands. Tell me about that. But nevertheless, last 5 games, you've been playing outstanding. What do you attribute this dominance of this recent play to for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it's Coach E and them giving us a good game plan. But still we got a lot of things to work on. Run defense has got to get a lot better still. So that comes back to a lot of the linebacker stuff. So we've got to be able to fix some of that stuff, and hopefully as finishing the year here, we can definitely knock the run game out, and then after that, build something into next year.
So for that run game, we only got 3 games left. The scheme is what it is. You guys have been decimated by injuries. Is there much you guys can really do, or what is the key to shoring that up these last 3 games?
Yeah, I think the last 3 games is going to be physicality and consistency. So we got to be able to bump heads, get in there, make it tough for them to see lanes, and we got to be consistent and do that every single down. Can't take one play off. This offense is really good at big plays, especially in the run game. I think they have the most explosive in the run game out of any team. So we'll have to limit those and, just stay consistent and do your job.
Now, you got some guys that's going to be new to you on this field this weekend because of the injuries. You guys get decimated with injuries. You had Trevin and Claudin going IR this week.
Mm-hmm.
For you, what changes with your prep this week with those new guys and kind of maybe coaching them up, and then also during the game this Sunday, how might your role be different because of the newness of those guys?
Yeah, just keep the communication very high. Keep on talking to them during the game, whether it be on the sideline. Coach Pete does a great job with us, keeping us entailed of what we need to do, what we need to improve on, and what we did really well the previous series. And then just, I actually every single play I'll probably be out there telling them what I'm doing and telling them what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I think, the 2 guys that we have coming up, I think they're totally fine. They can do their job great, so I'm not too concerned. But if they need a little help, I'll definitely be talking.
How long? Now, you wear the green dot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so which the green dot is the communication back to the defensive coordinator to call in the plays. As much as you can you kind of walk me through what happens? Like what's not saying what you guys play is. I don't know if you can say some dummy language or something, but that language of what comes in on the headset, you call it out, and then even before the snap goes, you're probably still making some kind of adjustment. Can you share with me some of that process?
I mean, some of the calls are probably 5-6 words. Some of them get a little longer.
Yeah.
And as soon as he gives me that, I'd say it twice in the huddle. Everybody says break. We clap our hands, turn around, and hopefully, we get the call early so we can see what's in front of us. Then I'll have to give a front adjustment call to the D-line, and then sometimes I'll have to give also a blitz adjustment for the safeties and the line in front of me. So, and then sometimes you also got to listen for the back end for the safeties to communicate what kind of coverage you're playing and adjustments you make there. So there's a good amount of adjustments that are made, and that's why we need to have such good communication.
Air traffic controller is what I just thought about when you're saying that, man.
Yeah, it's something like that. You need to be efficient at it, that's for sure.
Yeah. This Carolina Panthers team, it's your first year with the team. Dave Canales, first year head coach. What kind of culture do you see being instilled here in Carolina?
Yeah, I think you can just tell it's changing from the first day we got here, and I've heard great things from people that have been here for the last couple of years at least. But we all love the coach, love what he does, behind him for sure, and we just need to get some more wins on the board. That's for sure. Be able to finish games and be more consistent. So I'm excited. Finish this year off right, and then build into next year.
Yeah, speaking of next year, I was going to ask you about the future with this team, and just the defense as a season. What are your thoughts on what that future may look like?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I hope to see a lot of similar guys out there.
Yeah.
But you know how the league is; it changes every year. You get new players, and you got to adjust in that way to get to know them and how they're going to play. Whether it be D line, safeties, corners, you got to be able to communicate with them and be able to play off them. So, it changes every year, but I like the guys we got, and we'll just see how the adjustments go, throughout the offseason.
I'll be happy that a lot of these guys will be recovered from their injuries.
Yeah,
right?
No, that's for sure. Derek Brown will be a nice one to be recovered, and Shaq's coming back, hopefully, and, hopefully some other guys too.
Yeah. Now, we talked about that nickname, the Sheriff, that's on the field. I also like to expose you guys behind the helmet, let people get to know you a little bit. So what's Josey Jewell like off the field?
It's nothing crazy.
You got a
honestly.
life. You got
I got 2 kids, a wife at home. So we got a 2-year-old right now, boy, and then a 4-year-old girl. They're about to be 5 and 3 here in the next couple of months.
Okay.
And another one on the way. I don't like to do too much crazy things, man. I just like the outdoors, golfing, hunting, fishing, stuff like that, outdoor stuff, just be able to breathe in the fresh air.
Now, I know you've been in the league for a while, but is there anything that you could share with me about you off the field? Doesn't have to be crazy, that fans may not know about, but would be intriguing and interesting.
I grew up on a farm in northeastern Iowa, about 1,200 acres, 20,000 organic turkeys, and about 140 head of cattle, something around there. So that's what I grew up with, and they're still running it back home right now.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff going on, that's for sure. They're busy.
I like some outdoors. You probably can give me some outdoor tips, right?
We'll see. I don't know. It depends what you like to do.
I was about to tell you what I got my son for Christmas, but he may watch, and then actually he won't watch. He's only 3. I got him a 4-wheeler. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So
is it electric or gas?
See, we're gonna talk off air. It took me forever, but I bought an electric one. But I'm
good
thinking
idea for the starter.
Yeah,
that's a good
idea. Because you
idea.
can control the throttle, right?
Yeah, no, we got our kids a little Jeeps and little 4-wheelers and stuff like that, and we'll get some stuff when they get older for back home because we got about 80 acres of land that we can kind of screw around and ride on. So that's cool, though.
Literally overanalyzed the heck out. It arrives tomorrow, so I'm excited. I just forgot my last question. No, I didn't. I got it back. See, I got excited about the gifts coming up. You guys playing the Arizona Cardinals this weekend. What is unique about this Cardinals offense that you guys have to be prepared for this Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, Kyler Murray can run the ball. He can throw the ball pretty well too. He's just a great overall quarterback, honestly. And then they got a great running back there. They got a young wide receiver that can do it all. So we're going to have to be ready for everything. They got a good run game, good pass game, a very good offense, I think. So we'll have to be able to limit the big plays, stay in our lanes, and do our job and not try to do too much.
Okay, I'm going to be watching closely with the binoculars to see how much pointing you do around, all right?
There we go.
Thank you so much for your time. Josey has to go, but I appreciate him taking time to join us. Hey, be sure to like, subscribe, and tell a friend about our channel, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, Josey.
Thank you.